Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to discuss on climate change issues, and this climate change issue is very important. Global climate change. Then idea, changing climate, cause of climate change, effect of climate change, statistical statement, illustrate the climate situation, recommendation, question and answer sessions. Climate change. Climate change refers to seasonal changes over a long period of time. Worldwide, people are paying serious attention to climate change because so many systems are tied to climate, such as people, plant, and animals live, such as food productions, availability and use of water, and health risk. Factor of climate change. Climate change. Natural factor. Volcanoes, eruptions, ocean current, earth orbit change, solar variation, forest fire. Artificial factor. Human activities, emission of the greenhouse gases, solar radiation. Natural factor. Volcanic eruptions. When a volcano eruption is it thrown out large volume of SO2, water vapor, dust, and ash into the atmosphere. Ocean current. The ocean are a major component of the climate system. Ocean current move fast amount of heat across the planet. Natural factor. Earth orbit changes. The Earth make one full orbit around Sun each year. It is titled at an angle of 23.5 degrees Celsius to a perpendicular plane of its orbital path. Changes in the tilt of the Earth can lead to small but climatically important change in the strength of the seasons. Forest fire. A wildfire is an uncontrolled fire in an area of combustible vegetations that occur in the countryside or a wilderness areas. Artificial factor, human activities. There is a strong evidence that the climate change over the last half century has been caused largely by the human activities, such as the burning of fossil fuels and including agricultures and deforestation. Artificial factor, emission of the greenhouse gases such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozones, and CFC. Solar radiation. 51% of the solar radiation absorbed by Earth, 20% scattered by the cloudest, 19% absorbed by the cloud and atmosphere, and 6% scattered by atmosphere, 4% reflected by surface. Greenhouse gases. Effect of the greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases trap the infrared heat that is trying to escape back into space. The atmosphere trapping or reflections of the radiant energy back towards the earth. Increase in the global average surface temperature. Greenhouse effect contribute to the global warming. Effect of climate change. Global warming. The global warming is the increase of the Earth's average surface temperature due to effect on greenhouse gases. Effect of global warming. Sea level rise, global temperature is rising, health risk, melting polar iceberg and glaciers, Arctic sea ice loss. Effect of climate change. Melting of glaciers. Nearly 97% of the Greenland surface ice shed thawed during a 4 days period in July, more than it ever has in the last 30 years, NASA settled data shows. Effect of climate change. Acid rain. This is particularly pollute the atmosphere. Gasoline pollutes in atmosphere. The acid rain is a rain or any other form of perceptions that is usually acid. Acid rain is caused by emission for the further sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, which react with the water molecules in the atmosphere to product acid. Health risk. 262 million people were affected by climate disaster in 2004. More than 98% of them is developing countries. Statistical statement. We can know that CO2 influence global temperature. Statistic is a sea level are rising. There are 3 years average satellite attorney. Statistical estimate CO2 in the atmosphere. We are here 390s and we need to be there 350. Statistical development, major flood per decades in USA, Africa, Europe, Asia, oceans, everywhere. Flood is increasing. Illustration of the climate is the most starting evidence yet 1979 to 2007. Illustration Moores and Rogers Clare 1941, Moores and Rogers Clare 2004. Illustrations of the climate situation. Peterson Glaciers AK 1920, Peterson Glacier AK 2005. Illustration of the climate situations. 1992 to 2005. Recommendations. There are different kind of things happenings. Reduce carbon dioxide emissions. Globally, power generation emits nearly $10 billion tons of CO2 per year. Reduce carbon dioxide emissions. Use electronic car or solar car as an alternative of the diesel, petrol and gas engine. Worldwide motor vehicles currently emit well over 900 million metric tons of CO2 each year. Reduce CFC emissions. Reduce CFC emissions we can find each year worldwide. Currently, over 93 million metric tons of CFC emitted by the AC, refrigerator, aerosols and body spray. Reduce deforestations. Earth total forest area continues to decrease at about 13 million hectares per year. Planet 2 trees against 1 trees cutting. These are the many interesting aspects of the climate change, and if I can understand that how climate change actually affect in our society, how climate change actually helps to develop different kind of activities, how climate change actually arrange different kind of things which is not relevant to us. So we need to be very much careful about that. We need to be very much sustainable ecosystem about that. And thank you everyone. If you have any kind of questions or anything, you directly can communicate with me. Thank you. Bye bye and take care.